All right, moving on now. We're getting some conflicting reports on a peace proposal out of Gaza this morning. An Israeli official told CBS News the latest version of a U.S.-backed deal to release hostages, both dead and alive, could lead to a 60-day ceasefire. I want to bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio, who joins me now from London to talk about this. So, Ramy, what are you hearing? I mean, is there a possible deal on the table?
Yeah, Vlad, as you said, there have been a lot of conflicting messages ever since Monday, but CBS News has now learned from an Israeli official that a new proposal that includes the release of 10 living Israeli hostages is now being discussed from Steve Witkoff, that is President Trump's Middle East envoy. That would also include the return of the bodies of 18 dead hostages. This would also include a 60-day ceasefire. No word, though, on, let's say, when or whether this might start, but this does follow from what we've been seeing even before dawn this morning from Israeli news sites, all reporting almost the same thing. Those channels reported that 9 living hostages, not 10, as I just talked about with Witkoff, and 18 bodies would be released. That would be in 2 phases within a week. That includes that 60-day ceasefire. Also for the end to fighting, but Israel notably has the option to return to fighting, Vlad, if there is no agreement.
There was another chaotic rush at aid yesterday in Gaza. You reported about that organization that is involving some members, some people who are American citizens, bringing aid to Gaza. Those scenes that we saw of just those poor people scrambling to just grab a can of beans or a can of something to drink, which is not typically the way aid is distributed. What are you hearing as the latest?
Yeah, dire, desperate. That was with the GHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And the most recent chaos that you're seeing on your screen here is with the UN World Food Program. The WFP described this here as hordes of hungry people. This is after 11 weeks, we know, of that total Israeli blockade. Aid starting to trickle in, but barely. People clearly fighting. Our CBS News producer in Gaza messaged us earlier this morning and said that nothing can keep these people back. People have lost everything. He told us initially that this was not chaos, that this was actually orderly. People got 10 kilograms of flour, 10 kilograms of pasta. That's about 16 pounds each. But later he said the crowd broke through the gate, stormed inside, even destroyed and even took the fence. On top of this, they're saying that the WFP is saying that at least 4 people have been killed in that chaos, but it's unclear how they may have been killed if that happened.
All right, Ramy Inocencio reporting from London for us this morning. Thanks, Ramy.